up, man?
That's great. What's up, man?
Yo, first of all, it's an incredible movie. I sat at the edge of my seat the entire time. Aaron, I gotta ask you, I mean, did you take lessons? Did you take driving lessons to prepare for this role?
No. Yes. No, that was the main thing when I met with Scott, our director. He wanted me to really learn how to drive. So the first days of working on this film was just on this racetrack just outside of Los Angeles. By the end of the first day, they were having me doing 360s, reverse 180s, just drifting around corners. And but I mean, to be honest, Tanner Faust was my stuntman, and he was really making me look like the badass.
Yeah, you look real badass too. Did you ever, like, while practicing, did you ever crash a car? Like, how close did you come to that?
No, I never crashed any cars, but there was a very specific shot that Scott Waugh wanted me to do where I'm flying. It was right after Little Pete crashed over the bridge. There was a shot that Scott wanted me to fly towards the cameraman, slam on the brakes, and then have the car fly around and get like this far away from the camera, which is so terrifying because I could kill someone. But so Scott actually was the one holding the camera because I don't think any of the cameramen wanted to be involved in that shot. It was all right.
Well, you did a good job, man. We got Scott Mescudi over here.
Yeah!
You did a lot of flying in this movie.
I did a lot of shit in my pants, too.
Is it true that you actually learned how to fly a helicopter?
Yeah, I mean, like, don't trust me if you're in the helicopter with me. Don't trust me at all. But it was me and another guy every day just kind of flying, doing a lot of the aerial acrobatics. And when it was time to shoot, I was always in full control of the plane. So, you know, I would do the scene and do my line, blah, 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 and then, and cut. All right, y'all take cover of those shit. You know what I'm saying? We can crash, we can die. It's not a good look. But, yeah, man, I know the basic shit. That's it.
Now, there were some crazy scenes from the helicopter. At any point, like, I mean, how real were these stunts? Like, what percentage of these stunts were actually real, and which percentage was fake?
For the most part, they're all real. You know, a lot of that, even the Detroit scene where I come down with the news helicopter. Yeah, Detroit, what? Anyway. So we're in Detroit. And that whole scene where we're coming down the street and I stolen the news helicopter, that was all real. And the director, Scotty Waugh, who's a madman, he wanted to get that shot over my shoulder where, you know, I'm like, hey, like my new wheels. And basically, in order to get that shot, he had to hang outside of the helicopter while we're doing this. He had to be harnessed, and he had the camera over his shoulder, and he's literally filming me while we're doing this, flying around. We did it about 8 times, and this man was hanging outside of the helicopter, and I was like, oh my God, you are fucking insane. You know? But because of that risk, we got one hell of a shot, and it makes it look more real. And also, the movie is in 3D, so when it comes out, it'll be in 3D, and that, all that is going to look even more intense. You know?
There was a scene where you guys, I think you were in the Grand Canyon, I think, Aaron, and then the helicopter, Maverick came over and he dropped the lines and hooked the car, and the helicopter flew you over the canyon. That was real?
That was real.
Get the hell out.
I was not in the car. Yeah, that was.
And I wasn't in the helicopter. But it was real.
They did that, which is just so crazy. And the grasshopper jump they did, and it was all practical.
The cars, were kid cars, or were y'all really, you weren't really wrecking Bugattis?
Oh, no.
Okay.
the kit cars were like $300,000 a piece, which is just so crazy. Yeah.
The Mustang you banged up though. We had multiple Mustangs.
Yeah, we had multiple Mustangs that we banged up, but the Bugattis and the Lamborghinis, those were all kit cars, but they were very expensive cars.
Okay, Michael Keaton, man, give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Batman. What was it like for you guys working with him?
It's fucking Batman, bro.
Beetlejuice. I mean, he's incredible, but I mean, I didn't really have any scenes one-on-one with him, you know, face to face, but I got to know him a little bit, and he's just a legend. He's great.
Definitely.
He was awesome. I didn't really get a chance to work with him either, but we saw each other in between days, and he's awesome. Really nice guy.
Did he know about your music?
Yeah, and because his son makes music, and he was telling me about that, and I really just wanted to tell him that he is the only Batman in my mind, you know, forever. I know there's people here that honor that, right? So the first thing you want to say when you run into Keaton is like, dude, you're my Batman. You know? So I let him know that, and he was really awesome, you know, yeah.
Now, I've been, I'm going to jump subjects a quick second because I've been catching up on my Breaking Bad. Yo, and I was just watching, I was watching the episode last night, so when I walked in and saw him today, I started acting like a big ass fan. You're the only man I would allow you to call me a bitch, man.
You're a bitch.
It's amazing how often people ask me to call him that on a daily basis.
What made you, you haven't, both you guys are successful at what you do. You've been extremely successful on the TV screen. What made you decide to pick this role? What was about this role?
Man, when I read the script, it was just so much fun, and the idea of driving around this beautiful country of ours in these crazy cars really fast excited me. And then there was also a really great story, and I just instantly connected to these characters. And then once I heard this guy was jumping on board, I was like, let's do this.
You're ridiculous. I just kind of wanted to fly around in helicopters. That's how I got into it. No. Same deal. You get a script, you read it, you either love it or you don't. And I'm one of those people, there's no in between. It's either I'm in love with it or I don't do it. And this is one of those things I read immediately that I was into. But I was a little worried because Benny originally was written to be 300 pounds, Hispanic, with a whole bunch of hair. And I am the complete polar opposite of their original idea. I shaved bird. And anyway, but it was just, you don't see car movies like this where it's very character driven. You root for these guys. They're guys you may see around. They're regular fucking like car fanatics. There's nothing really super out of the box special about these dudes other than their craft and working on these cars. And it's very grounded. And that's what attracted me to the story. It wasn't like this big, super explosive thing. It was like grounded in the roots of streetcar racing.
So in that last scene, we saw you doing a lot of roly-poly, stripper-like dances. And,
you talking about me?
Yeah, Maverick. Can we expect to see that in maybe one of your next music videos?
If you give it to Maverick, give it to him right now, baby. It worked. All right, any more than that, I got to charge.
So let's do this. Who would like to meet these two gentlemen? Show of hands. Okay, so can we take questions from the audience? Yeah. All right, let's do that. Okay. This guy right, second name.
Why did you say beach in the movie?
Yeah, I figured out why didn't I say bitch?
Because he's not the same character.
That's a very good question. I don't know.
Can we ask more questions?
I have no idea. Did I say bitch? I did say bitch. Yeah.
I fucking missed it.
Do you have sleep or you want to bring that mic over? You can pick out folks. That's fine. Go ahead.
Guess we ain't getting nobody in the middle. There's a lot of dick riding happening here right now. What you say? Yeah, dick riding happening right now.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought the same thing. But you transform that and like you just shut people the fuck up. So you can like do your own thing and like, you know, you pass the pass, whatever, but you fucking kick ass in this movie.
All I heard was quick ass. All I heard was fuck twice.
Yo, you my dude.
Yo, you my dude on Breaking Bad.
Hi, I was just wondering if either of you got injured while filming.
I almost threw up, but that's it. Oh, and I almost shot my pants. But that's it.
He said shit.
Yeah, we were up in the air in some pretty rough conditions some days.
Yeah, one night I wasn't having it. You know, there was too much turbulence, and the little small Cessna plane was just getting. And I told Rick, who, amazing guy, who's a stunt pilot, who I fell in love with immediately because I was like, this man has my life in his hands every time we go out, so I gotta love him. And it was just too much turbulence, and I was like, yo, man, you're gonna have to land this. We're gonna have to turn back and figure it out tomorrow. And